You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Hey friends, you know we love our jobs, but there's still nothing better than a great weekend. And no one does weekends like Royal Caribbean. The world's biggest weekend has arrived thanks to Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas, sailing from the Orlando area to the Bahamas in 2024. No matter what kind of weekend you're looking for, you can have it on Utopia of the Seas. On board, you can enjoy some R&R with their amazing pool deck that features 5 different pools. You can also relax poolside with a cocktail or head to the boardwalk and catch a game at Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade. If you're looking for a more thrilling weekend, you can check out Flowrider, a surf simulator on board. Catch one of their jaw-dropping shows, or you can test your luck at Casino Royale. You'll also be able to enjoy Perfect Day Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's own private island. You can relax on the beach with a pina colada, or chill at an overwater cabana at Coco Beach Club. Or, if you're looking to keep the adventure going, you can race down the tallest water slide in North America. Get ready to conquer your bucket list and adventure boldly, because Utopia of the Seas has everything you and your crew could want in a weekend. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Visit RoyalCaribbean.com to learn more.
There were so many things today, Stugotz, that I wanted to get to that we didn't get to. Just people in Toronto standing around watching LeBron eat. Giancarlo Stanton jogging ever so gingerly from second to home as the last place Yankees flail, and I'm guessing something's wrong with his body. I'm guessing that it's not that he doesn't care. But when you make that much money, New York is in last place. They're going to think that's a funny symbol for not caring.
And you're batting .216.
Yes, and you're also, right, not that good. I also, in baseball, wanted to talk just in general, but we're not going to be able to get to this either, about do you think that when Joe Kelly this weekend, he's throwing against Tatis, he's throwing 101 miles an hour, he backs Tatis off twice and then catches him looking with another 100-mile-an-hour pitch, and as he turns away from Tatis, he yells bleeping bitch. And I'm just wondering if you thought that happened in the 1950s. Like, when did that become a thing? But we don't have time for that either. You know why?
Thankfully.
I had an answer.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? Let's stay there. I'll answer that.
Well, I have more for you guys. There's more that I wanted to get to that I'm not going to be able to get to. A Bears offensive lineman named Darnell Wright is in unbelievable shape because he accidentally did the wide receivers regiment during the offseason.
Wow.
And so he got to camp. How does that guy not have questions about why are they running me through wide receiver drills when I'm 330 pounds?
But it worked. I mean.
Yes, he came in great shape.
Why am I running sideline routes?
But I can't get to any of it because I simply wanted to descend like vultures upon Chris Cody.
All right, it wasn't my best work last
for
segment.
pissing off Johnny Manziel.
Was I pissing him off, or was I just asking the tough questions?
You were pissing him off.
You fed me one of those tough questions, and I fed it right back to you.
Yeah, you're big on that lately. That's good. You do that one. That's good for you. That's good through your
He
voice.
thinks in his 50s the way he gets to age is just by farming it all out, outsourcing all of it.
He gave it to me. I didn't particularly like it, so I gave it back to him. I mean, it's up to him
Why'd
whether
you
or
tell
not
me
he
it was
opens.
a great question then?
Well, because I was trying to arrive at where we've arrived
That's a
at
great
right
question.
now.
You do that. That's great.
Yes.
Some masterminds.
He'll even give me the hand signal after he says it to hammer home the point of one of these, like the okay symbol. It's good. I'm telling you, good question.
The good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, Lucy, I want something the video team failed to produce for me today. Again, I will say, in a very rough week last week, it was my favorite moment from last week.
I am selfish and greedy, Dan. You know that, okay? If it's the good stuff, I'm taking it for me, Chris. Just
No,
so you know.
no misunderstanding there. That's right. If he gives you the double, if he gives you 2 okays, you go ahead and take that. It's because it's shit. If it were good, he'd steal it from you. He wouldn't ask.
I was demanding that you take it.
Please, you take it. You do the shitty work. Me, I've got thousands and tens of thousands of dollars spilling into my Venmo that I can't access.
Had he really asked a teammate to pee for him, it would have been a great question.
Yes. But he got pissed off about that. All the other questions, totally fine. But you will not desecrate Aggie football by saying that they
I feel like
fake urine there.
It woke up the interview, I think.
You could say that. But, Lucy, I want to know 2 things from you. I wanted to get to what it is you had to say about conference realignment today because you had opinions there all over the place and we didn't get time for them. So please, give me what you got there.
Well, I guess it's bad. That's probably the first one and the biggest one. I think we're going to watch a lot of sport. Like, I think the biggest victim here are these small sports that really matter. Specifically, let's look at Stanford. They are far and away the best athletic program in the country. They are an Olympic feeder school, except for football, and no one wants them. Yeah. We are going to watch these small sports, which are very valuable, completely cease to exist. And if the Pac-12 merges with the Mountain West, they're going to lose a lot of budget. They're going to lose these sports. These athletes they're going to have to go through hell and back to travel this way. It is really, really bad for the everyday
because
student.
football's the only real
It's all that
moneymaker,
matters.
and it's been carrying everybody. And all of these athletes are going to be debris.
Yeah, football charters planes. Field hockey doesn't, you know?
Football should be in the Olympics.
It's going to be awkward.
be.
It's going to be awkward on
No,
these
it shouldn't.
campuses.
People would
though.
die.
It's essentially sports are going to be dying just because you wanted to exist football.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not these schools' faults. A little bit it is, but it's pretty much all Fox and ESPN here. They are running the show, and these small sports, they want to compete. They want to be on TV, but that's just not going to happen. And if football's making money, who cares about everybody else?
I mean, I think
Which is sad.
we often we analyze the situation for the situation that it is and not all the other factors that contribute to it. So, I understand what you're saying, Lucy, but football should be separated. Let's stop pretending that it's not something different from college athletics. I think if you separate football out from it and they have their own football conferences, they do their own football things, they have their own football deals, they have their own football money, then that could be the football thing. And then Stanford can still have their athletics in their previous conferences. That's the problem, is that football is driving the ship and all these other passengers have to go wherever football tells them to go, even though it's not the best destination.
Football's turning into the lottery. It's we have so much money here, we're going to do some good with it. We're going to fund these other sports. Isn't that what the lottery pays for a lot of
It's
schooling?
what it's been for a long ass time.
It's just we have way too much of this and we feel uncomfortable. So here, lacrosse, you can exist.
So, but let's not give it to the players, though.
No, absolutely not. Oh, whoa, let's not go that far. But I actually 100% agree with what you're saying. Football should be its own separate thing because that is where all the money comes from. You don't need softball players who are playing, 3-4 games a weekend to fly from Oregon to Maryland to do that and then have to be back at class the next day. That's insane. So I 100% think football should be separated, but that's just probably not going to happen.
The thing that I wanted to close the show with today, though, I wanted to find out how it is that we can actually start an internet petition for Stugotz to be able to get whatever job he wants at WFAN, to have his dreams come true so that he can get the offer and then turn it down or take it if it is a good offer. But I want the Army to get behind him because my most joyous moment last week was seeing the shock on Lucy's face.
I was shocked. I was overwhelmed.
Well, I don't want to speak for you, though.
Sorry, Lucy.
But tell me, what was it? The greed?
I don't know who you thought I was.
What was it? Tell me what. We don't have the video of it, but Charlotte and Lucy, their face was total shock of my teammate is for real. That's a real thing.
I think it was just with everything going on, it was just wild timing to go on another radio show and be like, give me a job. Yeah. I'll take this job. I would like to work here. And in a weird way, I respected it.
Thank you.
Because it was so out in the open that I was like, I feel like you have to give him the job if he's willing to not lose this one, but be like, I'll leave. That's crazy.
They have till Friday. I will not accept an offer on Saturday, Sunday, or next Monday. They have till Friday. That's what I told them.
But what do you
Listen,
want,
I was just
though?
being me.
You want Boomer's job, or what is it that you want?
I don't know. Leverage. I mean,
okay, that's not a person who works there, though. I don't think
it's a person who has leverage. I mean,
but who
aren't we all seeking leverage?
But what do you want to tell them? You want to? What is the petition? Please now outsource your Army. Here's your job to petition for. Go ahead and you do it. Petition for the job.
Well, I did it on WFAN. The point that I was trying to make was I grew up and got into this industry because of that radio station, and in particular, Mike and Chris. And as I grew and evolved, it became frustrating to me that WFAN would never take me that seriously, even though you and I had tremendous career success. And it led me to believe they attributed my success to you and not to me. And so I was just trying to point out, hey, I'm from Long Island. I love this station. I know the history of the station. I know how to do everyone's job, okay? I come with some sales. I come with some money. And I'm pretty good at this. I'm entertaining. You can laugh with me. You can laugh at me. And I don't really care because I'm 51. And whether or not this works out, I still have a plum job with Batard back in Miami. How about that? That's all I was trying to get across. And I feel like I did. It worked.
Great pitch. I would hire you.
Yeah.
What's the best party you ever been to?
Oh, wow. Probably Versace Mansion, I feel like, right? Where we wasted, I don't know, $2.5 million on 3 nights.
Chris, how did you feel? How did you feel in general? Because you kept a stoic face during Manziel, but it looked like you were falling apart on the inside.
Well, I had one of the video guys in my ear being like, that was a good question. That was a good question. So I was being buoyed by, you know what? That was a good question. I kind of got the juices flowing in this interview. He's pushing back. I got him to interrupt me. I was still in the middle of my question. He's like, whoa, well, that actually didn't happen.
The video guy just said calling me one of the video guys is disrespectful. He said that in my ear just now as you were saying that.
You called him the video guy when you said that.
I was just passing along the message to Chris, okay? His name is Lewis. Respect him, please. I mean.
Did he just tell you his name in your ear?
He did.
Hey, it's Mike, and gee golly, is it hot out there. I'm talking everywhere, but especially down here, it's hotter than I can ever remember. And you know what I'm doing when it's that hot and I'm outside and I want to make the most of my summertime memories? I press that beautiful white can up against my forehead. I let it cool my body down, and I have a beautiful sip. A sip that hits my taste buds so hard I can feel it in my heart. I'm talking, of course, about the best beer there is, my favorite and yours, Miller Lite. I live these summer moments with Miller Lite by my side because when it's summertime, it always tastes like Miller time in the Ruiz household. Miller time is when you and your friends can get together and enjoy the simple things in life, like having one more beer with your friends. That conversation is so much easier when that beer happens to be Miller Lite. Do yourself a favor. Crack open that white can. It won't fail you. I won't fail you because I have the best product on the market. Make unforgettable summer memories with Miller Lite. Get Miller Lite delivered right to your door. Visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.